Welcome to the Angel Mystic podcast, where spiritually open minds come together to explore the wonders of angels, spiritual connections, and the art of manifesting, plus weekly angelic insights as I pull cards for the week ahead. Hosted by me, Amanda Tooke, the Angel Mystic, your spiritual midwife, to help you on your journey to a fulfilling and happy life, as seen on ITV, Channel 4, and writer for Fate and Fortune magazine. My hope is this podcast is your go-to resource for navigating life with more ease and flow. Whether you're a beginner on the spiritual path or a seasoned practitioner, join us as we unlock the secrets of connection and harness the power of manifestation to create the life you desire. Please rate, review, share and subscribe each episode as we embark on the Angel Mystic podcast. And don't forget to head over to show notes to find all the useful links to many free, amazing resources. Now let's delve in. Welcome to the Angel Mystic podcast. Hello if you are new. Hello if you've been here before. This week's podcast is 7 signs you're going through a spiritual awakening. Woo! And so many of you all absolutely are. Oh my goodness, I hear things every day and I think, I know what's going on for you. So I thought, let's lay it all out in here right now. Let's get it really clear what happens when you are spiritual awakening. So this episode is really for you if you've been feeling a little bit different of late, maybe a little disconnected, maybe questioning things, maybe feeling like the old life, the old version of you just isn't cutting it anymore. It isn't fitting for you anymore. And often when we're in that stage, we don't really understand what is going on and why that is happening. But what if I told you nothing has gone wrong? You're not lost. You're not broken. You're awakening. And I'm going to walk you through the real signs of spiritual awakening. Not the fluffy woo-woo version, but the honest, deep truth of what's actually going on when we're on this stage of our journey. So let's delve in. What is a spiritual awakening? Before we go into the signs, let's just talk about this for a moment and sort of ground it in. A spiritual awakening isn't about becoming somebody new. Got to remember that you're a spiritual being having this human reality. And you came in, I really believe we all came in really open, and then we got shut down. And it's about remembering who you truly are. It's peeling away all the conditioning that's happened over the years, the expectations, the old identities that maybe we put on ourselves and maybe other people have put on ourselves, so that we can come back to the truth. And that actually is an amazing, beautiful process, but it also can feel not so amazing and not so beautiful. It can feel confusing, it can feel emotional, it can feel triggering, uncomfortable, uncertain. So the first sign I'm going to talk about is when you feel disconnected from your old life. I see this so much, and I've been there myself. And this, I think, is one of the biggest signs. You feel like you don't belong in your old life anymore. You know, you might start to think, well, this doesn't feel normal anymore. Conversations, because people become really triggering. And when you are further down this journey, I think it just gets harder and harder. But conversations can feel really shallow. And I mean, I personally struggle to make small talk. I really, really do. Environments can feel heavy. That might be where you're working or where you're living. Relationships can feel just a bit off, out of sync. You maybe start spending less time with certain people. And all of this can feel really unsettling, but it's not a loss as such. It's a shift, it's a clearing. You're becoming this new version of you. You're no longer aligned with who you used to be and what you were into. And you know what? That's okay. And the second thing is you start questioning everything. You find yourself questioning your beliefs, things you've been told all your life, your choices, your path that you're on, even your purpose, your life's purpose. And once you start accepting without thinking, you sort of come into this place of, I'm struggling to find the words, but you come into this place of not needing to explain, not needing to feel understood deeply by those people around you. This is your awareness expanding. You're no longer living on this sort of rat race, this autopilot. You're becoming conscious. That's the thing. You're not living this unconscious life, just going through the motions of doing what you need to do. You're becoming really, really conscious. And the third thing I would say is that your emotions start to feel stronger. During this awakening period, your emotional world sort of intensifies. And then things like feeling overwhelmed, feeling sensitive, feeling triggered more easily is all part of it. So you might feel emotional and you've no idea why. And this isn't you falling apart. This is you clearing old patterns, old beliefs, old energy that just needs to be shifted and cleared. And it's coming to the surface so you can do that work. And the fourth thing I would say is that you're craving more meaning. The surface level living that we've done most of our lives no longer satisfies us. We want depth. We want truth. I am so triggered by just the untruths that we've been told all our lives. You know, Education. I mean, 2020, what was that? There is so much untruths out there. And we want to understand things like why are we all here? What all this really means. You want to go deeper on the truth. What's really real? And this direction, these cravings often can pull you inward because do you know what? That's where the truth is. The truth is within you, and we end up being more sensitive to that, and which is another sign being more intuitive, but we are almost like a barometer for the truth. And there's so many lies out there at the moment in mainstream, in social media, what is true and what is not. But I think the truth lives within us, and we can tap into that and we can work it out for ourselves. And as I mentioned before, being more intuitive, that is definitely another sign 5. And you start noticing your intuition growing, it becomes stronger, those nudges you can't ignore anymore. It's almost like it's pulling you forward, this sense of knowing without logic, without understanding. And your intuition is not new. Your intuition has been part of you for so long, all of your life. But now you're starting to hear it, feel it, sense it. And that can feel a little bit exciting. And the flip side can feel a little bit scary as well. And number 6 is that I'm guilty as charged on this one, you need more time alone. One of my little granddaughters said to me the other day, why do you like so much time alone, Nana? And, you know, I just do. I just need the peace. I need the quiet. And you might find yourself pulling back from even people and places that you love. You want that space, you want that quiet time, time to process. And this isn't you being antisocial. This is integration. This is you recalibrating your energy, because when you're out there in the big wide world and you're doing social things, they'll feel incredibly draining. And we need to recharge, and we come back to ourselves in that moment. That solitude can provide that. Number 7, or is it number 8? I've lost count. I think it's maybe number 7. Um, Maybe the last one was number 6, but hey, we're getting through them either way. You feel it's a weird feeling. It's almost like you're pulled in two directions. And again, I'm doing my best to describe it. You feel, I've got to close my eyes to think about it. You feel lost, but you feel guided at the same time. And that's really conflicting, isn't it? So you can feel lost and you can feel unsure and you can feel like I've no idea what I'm doing. And at the same time, there's this something within you, this quiet sense that's something that's guiding you, something that's saying, something bigger is at play here. It's a feeling that sort of just comes from within you. And that's the connection to something bigger and greater than us, I honestly believe. So they are the 7 signs, and the truth about this awakening, the truth about all of this is that when you awaken, you can't go back to sleep. Spiritual awakening is not a peaceful, you know, experience that's perhaps all, love and light, that we're led to believe it's all, ooh, love and light. And I mean, I personally can't stand that sentence, but it isn't all that. Sometimes it's painful. Sometimes it's letting go. Sometimes it's outgrowing things. Sometimes it's questioning everything you've ever known. Sometimes it feels uncomfortable. But most of all, it's leading you back to yourself, because you were this spiritual little person that came into this world, this little spiritual soul in this human reality of your body, and you're reconnecting to that. You're losing all the conditioning that we've been told for decades, lifetimes. So if you're thinking, oh, this is me, what the heck do I do with this? Make sure that you've got a place on the Great Spiritual Awakening training that's happening really soon. You will find it in show notes if you're not already signed up. And here's what I want to say for you to do is that if you are feeling what I'm talking about today, there's things that you can do right now. You can stop forcing. You can stop fixing things, like thinking you need to fix things. You can stop thinking that there is something wrong, and you can start allowing the process to gently unfold. That's about being present, being true, being you. It's gentle with yourself. You must be gentle with yourself. You're not behind anyone else. You're not broken. You're not different. And when you start talking about it, oh my goodness, you will see that how many other people are on similar stages of this journey too. I know when I first stepped out of my spiritual closet 17 years ago, I was just like, oh, no one else is like me. But, there I was opening my shop in Windermere, and so many people came in and had some magical conversations. And it's grown and it's evolved. You don't understand it all in one day. It is a journey that you are on. You will get what you need to get when the time is right for you. So there's no comparing. That mustn't go on. So I hope this has resonated with you. I would love to know, but most of all, I want you to know that you're not on your own with this journey. You're exactly where you're meant to be. And I hope to see you come into the training that we're doing really soon. Great Spiritual Awakening. Let's do some cards for the coming week, shall we? This is for, let's get the dates, Amanda. Come on. This is for the 20th to the 26th of April. Oh, okie dokie do. 4, 5, 6, 7. So the first part of the week feels harder than the second, is what I want to say. So it feels a bit like we're going uphill in the first half and then it's going to get nice and easy in the second. Card for the Monday is the Believe card. The Believe card is that it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. You've got to believe. If that's what you want, you've got to believe it is possible. And if your beliefs don't match somebody else's, that is okay. I'm giving you permission right now that that is okay. Don't question yourself. Follow what feels true to you. And just because you can't see it doesn't mean it isn't there. Tuesday. Tuesday is the organized card. This feels like you need to declutter. It feels like you need to, excuse me, you need to declutter, sort out, make space, organize yourself, take time to plan. Wednesday is the joy card. So here we are, cards for the week. We're starting Monday with the Believe card, and this is all about, doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, this is about your beliefs. That's what's important. What you believe, you will manifest. So don't be worried about what other people are saying. This is your life, your rules. I'm not sure who needs to hear that, but it feels like a really important message. And make sure that you are being truthful and honest about what it is that you want. Believe it is possible. And as this card says, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it isn't there. And I feel like that means that those manifestations that you want, just because they haven't come yet, doesn't mean to say they're not going to come. It means that they are out there in the universe and you just need to align your energy. And Tuesday's card is all about organize. It's all about making sure that you are organizing yourself so you can receive, make space to receive. The way that we make space to receive is often decluttering. So if you need to do some decluttering, that's something you've been thinking about, make sure you address this on Tuesday. Wednesday is the joy card, and when you've done that decluttering, it's going to bring you a lot of joy. This is where like the first part of the week is like we're coming to the pinnacle of it here. This is the joy card, and then it's going to feel so much easier. I feel like you've done the hard work with your beliefs, with your decluttering, and now it's all about joy. Do look out for rainbows as one of your signs. Do things that bring you joy on Wednesday, even if they're just the little things. They're just going to make the day feel so much better. Thursday, it's the trust card. It sort of links with Monday and the belief card, but it's really about trusting what you want is out there and it can come to you. So look out for coins as like the abundance game that the angels play, and you will, find them in most random of places. But totally trust that your angels are going to show you the way forward. Thursday, no, sorry, that was Thursday already. Friday is the Raphael card. Raphael, of course, is the healing angel. If you feel like you need that, call upon his healing energy. Visualize it as an emerald green light to help heal you. But what I also want to say is he helps people on journeys and he will help you on this spiritual awakening journey too. As we move into the weekend, Saturday, it's like, oh my goodness, I feel like I've opened a new door into a new chapter of my life. It just feels so fresh, so new. It's so zingy energy. It feels really, really good. And embrace that. And it feels like, this is the spiritual awakening. We've taken another step in that direction, which is fantastic. But on Sunday, it's going to make your knees knock. It's going to make your knees knock. So, and I think that's sort of a fair comment with spiritual awakening. It's very much up and down. One day it can feel incredible, you feel connected and you got it all sort of clear in your head, and the next day you feel like you're in muddy waters again. So it's very much like that. But they're the cards for the week. I hope to see you on the Great Spiritual Awakening. And maybe not. If not, I'll see you in the next podcast next time round. Bye for now. I hope you've enjoyed this episode and got value from it. If so, please rate, review, subscribe, and share it with your friends. It really does help in more ways than you realise. You can find out more good stuff between episodes. Just search The Angel Mystic on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You'll find me there. And I would love to connect with you more over in my free group on Facebook. Check out all the links in the show notes.